Welcome to the 2025 Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week from 1480 WHBC Sports. Let's head to the booth.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Leopard Stadium here in Louisville. Tonight, it is our WHBC YouTube Game of the Week presented by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. Frank Cilona alongside Mike Gallina, all set to bring this one to you tonight. Mike, welcome, and boy, we've got a good one tonight between these two teams. Former rivals, I guess. They're still rivals in a way, but they were in the same league together. But the Northwest Indians 1-0. They did have a forfeit to begin the season. They are 1-0 officially. Louisville 2-0. And tonight it is whichever team can stay undefeated, I guess.
That's a great way of saying it. Both come in undefeated, and this is the fourth consecutive year that these two teams have met in Week 3. Northwest has won the last two, and last year's game was a 35-28 barn burner. So you can almost feel the crescendo coming tonight's game back here at Louisville.
Yeah, I've really liked and heard of what Louisville has been doing the last couple of years, and with Chris Kappas, they're really building this program back up to where it was at one point. Again, 2-0, they've got a nice offensive line, great skill players. Same with Northwest. You know, Coach DeMarco does a great job as well on the other side. Kind of similar, if you will, with those offensive and defensive lines kind of leading the way for all the skill players.
For sure, and there's a little tease-out fact that we can go with. The last time Louisville was 2-0 was 2015, and Coach DeMarco was the head coach here. So not only does this whole irony come into play, but you're right up front, both teams are using that offensive line strength, 50-50, and using good quarterback play that's been very efficient.
Yeah, it should be a great ball game tonight, and one of the things that certainly you never have without here in Louisville is the crowd. There's going to be a lot of people here tonight, not only from Louisville, but coming over from Canal Fulton as well.
Boy, no doubt. This is a mecca of football and a community that loves their sports, and we even have a little excitement at halftime too, Frank, that we'll let our folks get a sneak peek on.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the kickoff of tonight's game between the Indians and the Leopards.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
And we welcome you into Leopard Stadium here in Louisville as the Leopards of Louisville and the Indians of Northwest get ready for battle. And we have our kickoff here. Shantz kicks it, and it's taken at about the 5 across the 15 to 20. Is still on his feet to the 35, 40, and all the way out to the 45, 47-yard line is Owen Wilson. Frank Cilona alongside Mike Gallina, all set to bring this one to you tonight. Excited that you're on board with us, and Mike, a great start for the Leopards here on the opening kickoff.
How about that? You take a look at the sophomore Wilson, speedy little guy, and what happened to Northwest was they got their outside shoulders turned, and he was able to turn the corner, accelerate, and boy, what great field position right off the bat for the Leopards.
The Louisville Leopards 2-0 on the season, and they come out on offense first. We'll take a look at their offensive starters here in a second. Their quarterback, Gabe Stouffer, he has waited his turn, and he has come on and had a great couple of first 2 games for the Leopards on the season. He hands off to Wilson, and that time Wilson met in the backfield, and he may have lost a couple, maybe one there for Owen Wilson.
Yep, John Campbell, if you noticed, read that beautifully, had him stoned in the hole, missed the tackle, and still no gain. So you could tell right away Northwest was aggressive at the line of scrimmage.
Leopards across the front, Joseph Banks, Maximus Marari, Trevor Burrick, Xander McCroby, Aiden Norris, and the tight end is Jake Baker. We'll get the skill positions for you here in a second. Back to throw. Stouffer has a man, complete to Quinn Burek, and Burek takes it across midfield to about the 48-yard line, and the Leopards are close to a first down. Going to be third and about 4 here.
Really appreciate how Gabe Stouffer got rid of the football, Frank. It was zone, so it cleared out underneath with the inside receiver. He knew his outside receiver was the dig, and he put it right on the numbers. Third and manageable now.
We tell you that Gabe Stouffer is the quarterback, Owen Wilson the running back. Colton Norris, Quinn Burek, and Owen DiMarzio are the receivers. Back to pass. Stouffer again has a man. Again, that is Burek, and he picks up the first down inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line. And there you see that Leopards offense, Burek, Mirari, McCroby, Banks, and Norris. And Stouffer, who just completed that pass, Wilson, and Baker, the tight end, with Norris, Burek, and DiMarzio in the skill positions.
Frank, I'm impressed with Stouffer right now. It's on time and it's away. 1-2, gone. So everything's timed up for him right now. So they're going to have to make him a little more uncomfortable.
Trips on the near side, but this time it's handed off to Owen Wilson, and Wilson picks up about 3 yards, gets it close to about the 32-yard line. We'll take a look at that Northwest defense. Across the front, they go Latimer, Smith, and Caudill. Stevenson, Garber, Lazarus, and Campbell are the linebackers. Simon, Lipkins, Breeden, and Aultman are the DBs. And Logan Aultman, he plays both ways. He is a good one. Good offensive wide receiver, and plays a really good defensive back as well. So we'll be calling his name quite a bit as well.
Yep, they use that 3-4, Frank, so it gets a lot of athletes on the field that can run to the football.
Trips again on the near side. Leopards go with that spread. Here is Wilson, and Owen, not much going there. If he got back to the line, he's lucky.
You know, Frank, you watch the pad level up front. As viewers, it's important whose pads are lower and who's moving the line of scrimmage. That time, Northwest did a great job of getting lower pads and then creating a line of scrimmage from the defensive side of the ball.
I want to remind everybody our starting lineups were brought to you by CKP Heating and Cooling, keeping the big dogs cool. And speaking of big, there's some big boys across that offensive line for the Leopards. You're looking at Mirari is 260, Burek 290, McCroby 260. There's a run to about the 30-yard line for Wilson. Or was that Stouffer? Did he keep it? Stouffer kept it.
Yep, it was a straight read run there. They spread them, tried to look a little bit we call full block, where they come off and create a little space, but Northwest got off blocks up front and squeezed that running lane. 4th and 5, and let's see what Louisville does. I predict, Frank, some type of option for him. I don't mean a running option, but things that he can see.
A run-pass option.
Yes, exactly. The RPO in this case.
The other guy I wanted to mention across that offensive line, because he's right in front of us there and you can't see past him, that's the big guy, Aiden Norris, 6'8", 320, and a junior. Stouffer looking, nowhere to go, but now he's going to run it. And, he kept going. He has the first down, but he stopped. So he is short on 4th down, so it'll be a turnover on downs. And a good job there defensively for the Indians.
Absolutely, Frank. You saw Stouffer, all the action was going to the wide side. Every seam was closed, so he bounced, and Northwest did a great job of covering that up. Really, really nice job defensively there.
So the Indians come out on offense. Their front 5, King, Garrett, Smith, Stevenson, and Harness. Quarterback, Venables. Medor is the running back. Here is a throw and incomplete. Tried to get Logan Aultman there as that was incomplete. Aultman, Lipkins, Lazarus, and Reinford are the wide receivers for Coach John DeMarco, who's been at the school now 7 years. Wow.
Exactly, Frank. He won 70% of his games here at Louisville.
Yeah.
And he's hitting that same number over at Northwest as well.
Taking a look at that defense for the Leopards. Baker, Burek, Norris, and Beard up front. Wilson, Doherty, and Candle, the linebackers. Here's a handoff and a nice defensive play there by that front 4. Norris, Burek, Seaman, and Stouffer are on the defensive back positions for the Leopards. So the Leopards in their powder blue, I guess you call that, Carolina blue, and dark blue uniforms tonight. They've got the light blue numbers on that dark blue jersey. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be to see them, but it's still light out, so it might get worse when it gets darker but Northwest in the all white with the red trim. Here is Venables. He's going to run it, and he's got the first down at the 40-yard line. So nice read that time by Braden Venables.
Actually, Frank, that play unfolded similar to what just happened with Louisville, that fourth down play. All the action, found a little seam, used his wheels to get just out behind it. Take a look. Field, it's all covered, but he gets outside to contain, and just enough to get that first down. Knew where that yardage stake was.
And he was smart. He kind of turned his body a little bit, didn't take that direct hit.
Exactly right, Frank. That's when fumbles typically happen, when you're flailing a little bit for the extra.
Spread. There's Aultman on the end around, and about a yard for Logan Aultman.
Number 6, Logan Aultman on the
nice job defensively there by the Leps.
Yep. Doherty did a really nice job. We always say, as a defender, keep your outside arm free, so if the back bounces, you can close up, and boy, he did a beautiful job with that.
Yep. Once again, our starting lineups were brought to you by CKP Heating and Cooling, keeping the big dogs cool.
Frank, it's, for me, both offenses look so similar.
They do.
As they're unfolding right now.
Yep. Here's Madure, and Joey Madure gets it to about the 46-yard line.
He was their workhorse last week, Frank. They ran the ball 26 times, and he toted 12 of them.
Yeah, he is certainly a pleasant 12 carries for 84 yards. That's what, 7 yards a carry. Had a touchdown. Longest run, 35 yards last week. So, boy, he comes from a long list of good running backs from Northwest. They've had some great players over the years. Venables looking. Now a flag goes down. He throws it deep. He has a man, but it's picked off. Picked off by the Leps, and that is number 4, Anderson Candle, the linebacker who dropped back in coverage.
Did a nice job. The ball was underthrown. Take a look at the replay. Bounces outside. There's the hold by 51. Grabbed the jersey as contain was broken. Boy, you see Venables looking downfield. He just need a little more air under it. But what great close on the ball skills there by Candle.
Yeah, Anderson Candle that time, you said it right. He closed perfectly on that. His eyes were on the quarterback the whole time. He drifted back and did a nice job. Hey, I want to remind everybody our other games tonight. Our Freshmark Sugardale radio game is Rocky River at Lake. That one is on 1480 WHBC. Our Friends and Family Credit Union stream game is on WHBCSports.com. That is East Canton at Sandy Valley. And how about East Canton this year? 2-0. Spiders got them playing very, very well.
They're defending well.
They're scoring some points. I don't think they've given up any points, have they, in 2 games? Here is a handoff to Wilson, and Wilson going nowhere. He may have lost 2.
Frank, I'm impressed how quickly Northwest front 3 and backers creating 4 and 5 are getting off blocks right now.
Yep.
Closing that running lane down, and the back then has to start to search, which means they slow down. They're not attacking their point of attack as strongly. Manage that turnover. We'll see if Northwest defense can be stout and help their offense.
Stouffer going to be alone in the backfield. He's got 5 wide receivers in the pattern this time, so they've got him spread all over the field. And Gabe looks left, throws. Good close that time by that linebacker, Abram Lazarus, as he came up and made the play.
Sure did, Frank. You watch him. He read the quarterback's eyes, so as quickly as Stouffer opened his shoulders to the sideline, watch. See number 2, he'll see him turn to the outside, so he closes right now. When the bottom hand of the quarterback goes off the ball, that's the break point for the DB and the linebacker. Great defensive play.
Great point.
Veteran play.
We are live here tonight. You can also find real-time scores on WHBCSports.com. Check that out. Be up to date on all the scores in and around the county. Stouffer got a man, and it's a little underthrown, but nice adjustment that time, and completion all the way to midfield. And that is number 0, Luke Seaman. And Seaman gives the Leps a first down.
Watch this, Frank. They try to take all the action to the lower quadrant of the zone, and he's actually got 2 receivers out there that he could have thrown the ball to, and only 1 defender for Northwest. So that coverage broke down, and very quickly Stouffer got the ball out. An athletic play there by a typical Louisville name.
Yeah. 24-yard reception.
Bob Jeffries is our statistician tonight. Casey Claxon, our producer, Claxon Communications. Here is a handoff going nowhere, though. That time is Owen DiMarzio. Going to lose about a yard.
Nobody better than Casey and Bob, Frank.
No, sir.
You and I are on their shoulders all night long.
we are spoiled, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. We can tell right now Louisville's searching for that running game right now. They've had just enough athletic plays in the passing game to create their field position opportunities.
Second down and 11 now for the Leps. Louisville going with Ville on their helmets this year. Stouffer going to tuck it and run, and he's squeaking out a few more yards there. He got all the way to the 47-yard line of Northwest, so it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Boy, what great coverage on the back end there, Frank. Stouffer had 1, 2, 3 options they looked at, still was able to bounce out and scramble, and they closed on him for nearly no gain. So now we got about 3rd and 6 or 7 right now.
Yeah, Mike, I know you teased this in the open there about the 18 years of winning and tons of hardware to prove it. Louisville's former basketball coach, Tom Siegfried, is Pam Cook's guest on Beyond the Bleachers at halftime. She'll talk about tonight's ring ceremony, which is going to happen here at halftime, his team, and his love for wishes can happen. So don't miss that. And here's Seaman again. Got a first down on the left side. So nice job there by Luke Seaman as he's come up big now in a couple of plays.
Frank, that play design was all about speed to the corner. Rather than north-south with their running game, let's turn the corner. And call that the Wildcat. You just need a little leverage on that perimeter, and you get it. 88, beautiful job turning. Oh, turned the shoulders. What a great block.
That was.
And then he was able to turn that corner and do a beautiful job. Jake Baker,
yep,
that sprung the play. They'll be raving on film time with him.
Oh, he's going to get some props, film tomorrow. Going to go trips in the pattern this time. Stouffer looking, going to let it fly down the middle, and that went into double coverage, and it's picked off. And Ty Lipkins with the interception, and a nice job there. Lipkins was there on that double coverage from that cornerback position. You can see there, Mike.
Watch him close. So Stouffer saw the backside DB beaten, but the free safety from the front side was able to close because it's a long throw. So he just didn't seem enough to fit it in there. Now, that said, field position looks pretty good.
Actually, correction, that was Logan Aultman with the interception. I thought it was number 8. It was actually number 6. So I stand corrected.
Lipkins was on the top shoulder of the coverage. Yep. You're right, Frank. There's
a handoff now. And good pursuit. About a yard gain there for Joey Madure.
You know, Frank, both quarterbacks have underthrown their interceptions.
Yeah.
Certainly it's early in the season, so those things get, I'll say, ironed out. But, boy, they're aggressive, and we like to see that.
Yeah, we're proud to announce our partnership with Rock Entertainment. Our YouTube games will air on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network on a delayed basis as well. RESN is available statewide in Ohio. There's a running play that goes nowhere. That's Lazarus.
That's what they call that slip screen in there, Frank.
Yep.
Just try to bend it up underneath, but Louisville did a nice job. When the ball is in the air, that's when you're winning the pursuit battle. Yep. And they did a great job, ball in the air pursuit.
I guess I said run. That was a catch and a run.
A glorified sweep.
That's right. Also wanted to tell you, too, about Spectrum Cable 979, and also you can watch it on WatchRockSports.com. Check out the website for replay times. Here is Venables, going to run it out of there, and he takes it all the way to the 15-yard line, just across the 15, and it is enough for the first down.
Boy, he's slippery back there,
he
Frank.
Sure
and
is.
There's that other, look at him, come up through there. Everybody's off in coverage because of down and distance, and he just wiggles his way through enough yardage to reach that first down marker.
He just made it. So 1st and 10, again, trips on the near side. Here's a handoff to Madure. Joey gets to about the 18-yard line, and that's where that front 4 of Louisville comes up big.
Yep, Braden Venables gives you that dual threat, or what they oftentimes call that dual threat quarterback, which means he's an extended runner. And when you're off in what we call zone coverage and you're dropping, that gives him a little running lane, and he's taken advantage a couple of times tonight.
Clock winding down here in the first quarter, under 20 seconds. It's gone quickly. trips on the near side, one receiver far side. Here's Madure again. Nice run this time across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Real close to a first down. Let's see where they spot him.
It's right to it, Frank. Northwest set the formation to us, or to the wide side, so they were strong here. Then they slipped it back to the weak side. Just a little quick, what we call base blocking. Hit the seam you find.
Yep.
Almost the zone without just the read in it.
All right, that'll be it for quarter number 1. Boy, that went quick. We have played one here at Louisville, and our score, well, we're scoreless. Northwest and Louisville. We'll be back after these timeouts.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Back here at Louisville as we go to quarter number 2. I don't know if you can hear that on the PA system in the background. There's Queen, We Are the Champions. Well, at halftime, the big ring ceremony. Tom Siegfried and the boys basketball team, Division III state champions, are going to get their rings at halftime. What a great night this is for Louisville and the basketball team, and the folks here ready to honor them. Here's a handoff, and that one.
It's going to be close, Frank, for a measurement.
Real close.
They went with that reverse stack in the backfield to balance the blocking, and it's going to.
Logan Turbovich.
Like they spotted it short.
Yeah, he is short.
Coach DeMarco's taking a peek about why. He's thinking that perhaps needed to be a little better spot.
Yep. Remind everybody, Pam Cook had a great interview, and we're going to air that at halftime with Tom Siegfried. It's called Beyond the Bleachers, and he'll talk about tonight's ring ceremony for his team and also his love for Wishes Can Happen. And we ran into him. He's going to stop by live and hang out with us sometime in that third or fourth quarter. So he's excited. Boy, he's running around up here like he owns the place, and you win a state championship, you pretty much do.
He needs to make sure he touches all the spots before he gets down there. What a great man, what a great leader. And you talked about Wishes Can Happen. That's his cause, things that he does beyond his coaching.
Yep.
Behind a cause.
First down.
They got the first down.
Coach DeMarco requested, and they thought this is important enough to do, and how about that?
Yep. Great job.
Nose of the ball.
Hey, tomorrow it's the Hall of Fame Classic at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. We've got 3 games for you. Our radio game, Cleveland East Tech versus Glen Oak. That's at noon. Then our stream game, Pittsburgh Central Catholic. You know who went there, right?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino versus Woodland Hills. That game's at 3:30. That's on the stream. And then we have a YouTube game for you tomorrow night. It'll be Bob and I doing that one. Cleveland Heights versus McKinley, and that'll be at 7 o'clock, but that is a delayed broadcast, so you'll have to catch that one right after we're done. Here's a handoff. Turbovich again. Got to about the 26.
You know, Frank, that's the T formation.
Correction, I stand corrected. That's Jacob Garber who ran that.
The T formation out of the shotgun. So back in the day, the quarterback would be up under your center in your T formation. They just now move the fullback behind the quarterback. So all the concepts are the same. Pull a guard, lead a back.
Well, there's a pass left side. Aultman with the catch. And nice defensive play there. Stouffer was there, as well as Quinn Burek. And they kept him from getting that first down.
You know, Frank, in the pregame, Venables was working that very route on timing. Watch him. He go, it's called 1, 2, and release. and he keeps it to the outside shoulder receiver, protects it from the defensive back closing.
Yep.
Great play, and it makes it a third down and manageable.
Great work by our camera folks there as well, because you could see the quarterback and the receiver, and that throw was thrown before he made his cut, and it was perfect timing.
Call that the feel of the quarterback-receiver relationship. Reps upon reps.
3rd down and 3 now for the Indians.
Coach DeMarco really is balancing this up, so he must have seen something he wants to do in the running game.
Yeah, he's got full house backfield, if you will. There's a throw over the, I thought he was throwing it to 42 Garber, but he was actually looking for number 1 there for the Indians. That's Devin Simon, but he caught it. I believe he was out of bounds. Yep.
Just a little bit. It's a hard throw to make, Frank, for the right-handed quarterback working to his left. And the trick there is, can you square your shoulders enough to deliver a good ball? And he was still on the run, so it drifted.
Mm-hmm.
This is that spot we used to say, when you get around the 40-yard line or between the 40s, that could be fake punt area if you're 4th and less than 5.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that now, but the way this game's going, sometimes there's a way just to flip some energy.
You never know with Coach DeMarco. So they will punt it away. Jacob Garber is, he got hit, and that's going to bring a flag out. And the punt goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, but I got a feeling this one's going to come back, boys.
I think you're right, Frank. He actually did it. Garber did such a nice job getting that punt away with the rush that happened. And watch the replay coming from the top, up inside.
Yep.
And it
helpless offensive player. And
yep, in high school, that's the 15-yard variety.
Yeah. Boy, that's going to take him all the way out to the 48-yard line. And new life for Northwest.
Northwest fortunate there, Frank, because they did miss the blocking scheme on that rush, and it was just poor timing. Otherwise, that could have been a block punt.
Yeah.
But new life, so let's see what they do. We call this sudden change. Sometimes you go big.
5 receivers this time in the pattern. There's a completion. And a nice job picking up about 7 yards is Devin Simon.
Yep. That slip screen they used, call it the slip screen. It's really just a little wide receiver, a flanker, wide block out. And that was that same little play into the sideline.
I want to welcome.
Go ahead, Frank.
I'm going to say welcome all those folks listening, or watching, I should say, on our YouTube channel, WHBCSports.com. Great to have everyone on board tonight. Live action from Louisville. This doesn't get much better in this setting here. There's a running play. That is Joey Madure. And Madure picks up the first down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. And Mike, you and I were talking about this prior to the game. It doesn't get much better than this setting right here. My goodness, you got houses all the way around. This stadium, it looks like it was just dropped in the neighborhood. And it's just beautiful.
The small college atmosphere here at the high school level. Louisville's done a beautiful job with their facilities. Top notch.
We are in the Dr. Thomas press box up here high above the stadium. There's Madure with another gain on first down. Gets about 5.
The Indians have done a nice job, Frank, of getting Madure the ball quick. He hits the hole with his shoulder square. That means his linemen only need just a little time, and he can squirt it. So watch what happens here. This is what we call a pull lead with the guard and both guards. One pulls, one leads up in the hole, and boy, when you hit it fast, you're getting that great first down yardage. They came back again.
Yeah, they did. Same play, basically. And you got some big guys up front. Lincoln Garrett, 315. 270 with Brody King and 295 Colin Smith. That's I wouldn't mind running behind those guys.
Nope, and you smile and you say, okay, if we find something, sometimes the linemen will say, just feed me. You always see guys on TV doing feed me the ball there in the back. Linemen say, no, I can own that guy. Keep feeding me up here.
Yeah, you talk about those big guys, then there's Cole Stevenson who's 220 and Jake Harness 240, and you think, wow, that's pretty big, but not compared to those other 3. And there's a pass incomplete to Aultman. A little overthrown there.
Yep, that was the timing route that he wanted because it was zone and he had to leverage underneath. Just overthrew him a bit. But again, that's coming back across the body for the righty.
Hey, the Saturday Morning Huddle is back this season with your hosts Kenny Rhoda and John Bazika every Saturday at 10 a.m. on the WHBC YouTube channel and Facebook. Game analysis, live interviews with coaches and players, highlights from our games on Friday night, and much, much more. You can watch it on demand, too.
Frank, play clock could be an issue here. They're down under 10 seconds. They've got a position group in right now for Northwest.
Game is moving along, 7:53 on the clock. Here is a long pass, lofted up, and not able to get under it was Logan Aultman. Venable kind of lofted it up. He put a lot of air underneath that one, but Logan Aultman just could not get to it.
Yep, I like the call, Frank, because they brought the position group in. As you take a look at the replay, and a little play action, and he gets his one-on-one on the outside. Just a little bit overthrown, but he got one-on-one to the center. A little more air under it, a little less of a ball, you got a touchdown.
And he had to hurry that throw because there was a couple guys in his face.
Great that you noticed that. That pressure came from the top side. Both teams are rising to the level of what we call the critical play, that good down and distance play, 3rd down, 4th down.
So to go back now to the Leopards on offense on the turnover on downs, and Louisville will have it at their own 31-yard line. And Gabe Stouffer comes out to lead that offense. They've got 4 receivers in the pattern this time. And Stouffer is just a quarterback keep the whole way. And he gets it out close to the first down. He's going to be about 6 inches short.
What Gabe had a chance to see there, they call it numbers in the box, Frank. So when he gets to the line of scrimmage, it's all spread out. He sees that they have one extra offensive lineman to the defensive front. That's the run for him.
And Campbell was blitzing that time for Northwest. He just went through one hole, and Stouffer went the other way.
One less man to block when they don't hit the right blitz line.
Again, 4 receivers in the pattern. Stouffer back. Gabe looks, throws, has a man, caught, and a nice play, nice close that time. Short gain coming up and making a play, Connor Stevenson.
Really nice play by Stevenson. Even though it's a first down, textbook close while the ball was in the air. And you take a look at it. Comes off of his inside route, drops down to the back coming out, squared that tackle up. That's a video for how to do it the very best way as an outside linebacker.
So a first down for the Leopards at the 42-yard line. Stouffer, plenty of time in the pocket. He can count the house back there. And that time he gets it to the receiver, Quinn Burek, and picks up about 5 yards. Remember they used to say that, I'm sorry, Mike. They used to say that about Bernie Kosar all the time. He'd stand back there, and I can't remember who it was, Casey Coleman or someone of those guys used to say, oh, you could count the house back there. Nev Chandler used to say that, yeah.
How about Nev? That's special.
Love Nev Chandler. One of my favorites of all time.
But you're right about Bernie, and you talk about it here in terms of Stouffer. There's an awareness of not yet. Mm-hmm. Who do I see? What's my safety? In that case, that was his good outlet.
Stouffer going to keep this one all the way, and not much there. Nice job by that interior line, led by Latimer, Smith, and Caudill.
It'll be that 3rd and long 4 here, Frank. And I sense that Louisville may go twice.
Now Stouffer's going to have to come out. His helmet came off. Or did he take it off? I think he was just taking it off. They're gonna check. I think the referees are gonna talk about this.
Yeah, that's a good point. Whether it has to come off or
he took it off to wipe his face. But
they brought in the backup.
They brought in. Now. Yep.
Cody Zahler.
Zahler in there. Okay, Bob. Thank you.
Sophomore QB. See how he manages his play here.
Zahler gonna throw. And that one just bounces in on Burek. So it's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down for the Leopards.
I was impressed they came with a passing opportunity there.
Yep.
Come off a little bit cold from the sideline, but boy, it was a nice route. He stepped into the throw nice. It was just a little underthrown.
Yeah. Well, Mike, speaking of those Cleveland Browns, it's week 1 for the Browns. You had NFL last night, got a game later tonight. The Browns host Cincinnati on Sunday. They open up a brand new season, 11 a.m. pregame, 1 o'clock kickoff on 1480 WHBC. Oh, that one bounced into Stouffer. And he is going to take some time, look, and finally going to kick it. And got off a heck of a kick. Does it go out of bounds? It does at about the 1 yard line. And I tell you what, Gabe Stouffer that time, that was some Great thinking there.
Who needs to go to Australia
That's right.
to find the
Yeah, you can find them right here in Louisville.
right here. And what Dave did a beautiful job. He's saying, what's my plus minus on this thing?
Yeah.
And it showed up just enough short, and his athleticism was just beautifully equipped. How about him inside the 5?
That was a 50-yard punt.
50? All right, Bob Jeffries tells us 50 yards on the punt.
Most importantly, that field position right now. If they can get themselves a stop, they flip this field in their favor with just 5.5 minutes to go to half. Pivotal point here. Can Northwest manage it, and can Louisville slam it shut?
Make sure you stick around for our Bell Stores halftime. Mike and I will have some stats analysis, and we'll also have Beyond the Bleachers, a segment with Pam Cook, who talked to Tom Siegfried. That's going to be a great one. You got to stick around for that one for sure. There's a running play from the 1-yard line, and they got pushed back into the end zone, but was that 34? Was that Stevenson?
Yes.
Yeah, Connor Stevenson.
Great job by the Leps there, Frank, getting off blocks.
Yeah.
You know, the initial contact, like we talked earlier, who's moving who? They got off the block and then slammed that running lane down. Then there's where your weight room comes in, your legs and arms.
Absolutely. Stevenson only had 3 carries the other night, 39 yards, but he had 13 yards a carry and a touchdown last Friday. Venables going to throw, has a man, that's Logan Aultman, and Aultman out to about the 16-yard line, and it's enough for the first down.
Boy, what a big play, getting out of the end zone, getting that timing route. How about the two of them linking up? Venables to Logan, and you know, player to watch list was Aultman early in the year. They had him listed as, hey, a receiver to watch, and you can tell there's confidence with his quarterback.
Yep. Yeah. There's another running play, and getting out to about the 30-yard line is Stevenson again, and Connor puts that head down and just bulldozes his way through there.
There's that run-pass balance that we were talking about, and boy, strong runners. Here comes that pull lead again.
Here he comes again, and they found something there with Connor Stevenson. He gets out to about the 33-yard line this time.
Frank, they're doing a nice job with their guards. When you take a look at Smith and Garrett, what we call the pull, and then the other guard leads up into the hole. Everybody else just makes a little bit of space, and that's that extra guy in the hole. Watch, here they come. There's a trapper and then the lead. Even had to bounce it out there a little bit, got caught up in a wash. But that's strength and trust in your run game. Here it is again.
Play. Connor Stevenson again to the 43-yard line. Make it the 40, well, they're moving him back now, 41. That's where his knee went down.
Probably roughly 38 yards of offense so far, getting out of trouble down there, and it's been on the ground other than the big third down completion.
Yeah.
Both teams have 3 timeouts left, so we'll see in this particular case what strategy comes into play.
Yeah. Halftime will give you some scores from around the area. Interesting ball games going on. You'll be surprised in some of these scores. 3:35 and counting on the clock. Here is Medore this time, and Joey got some running room across midfield, and they're just pushing him along. And did he get the first down? I think he did.
Frank, I think you're right, he did. And what you watched there was his leg drive.
Yeah.
The drills that you do. Watch it. He gets hit in the hole. Right here. Boom. Now watch the legs. The churn. The churn. Got his shoulder pads low, and that keeps momentum going. What a great run. Picture perfect. What we would call steady running back play.
Bob, what's he up to now?
8 carries, 39 yards.
39.
That Bob right on it.
Yeah, really Northwest three-headed monster at running back. Medore 39, Stevenson 29, and Venables 23.
How about that balance, Bob, that you described there?
Medore again, got a couple that time on the quick hitter. I want to remind everybody the #1 Ohio State Buckeyes will take on Grambling tomorrow. Pregame at 2 p.m. Kickoff is at 3:30 p.m., and that'll be on 1480 WHBC.
What a great victory for the Buckeyes last. It had
it was
playoff
nice.
feel to it, and that's good early.
It sure was. We were down and
Yeah, you don't
caught
miss.
the game. No, not too many, but great atmosphere all around the stadium. And Lee Corso's last game, and there's Medore again. He bounces off and gets another first down, or real close to it.
What's special about Medor is he hides in behind the wash.
He does.
So he hits his point of attack. You watch. He hits the point of attack. Nothing going. Now look how low he gets. Now they don't see him.
Boom.
And he pops back out.
Yep.
He's running through arm tackles right now. And Louisville's defensive coaches will be talking about that.
Yep.
Limit the arm tackling.
He got the first down, so it'll be first down for Northwest. There's Medor again. He got about 2 that time. Clock at 2:05 and counting.
Be anxious to see on this particular play if there's a timeout being used by Coach DeMarco. He'll see what his third down and distance will be.
So, 4 guys in the backfield this time.
Tight split on top, Frank. Take a look up there. Might be going to go get him.
Boy, that tackle came and pulled and led the way, 61. Let's give him some credit. Cole Stevenson. You could see Stevenson on that left tackle. He pulled. And, Mike, I know you love these running plays.
Oh, for sure. There's that. Look, the block that was awesome right there was by Colin Smith.
Yeah.
He was able to get his base block to push so that your pull and your lead could come in and around. Great job by 52 there.
So 1st and 10. Plenty of time, 1:20. Medor, that time he got stuck in the backfield, and a nice defensive play there. That is number 73. Yep, that is Aiden Norris.
Can't miss him. That's great. At
Nope.
6'8", 320, how he came down that line of scrimmage, it's great to see. That's an athletic tackle.
Hey, it's very important that you know the weather, the latest traffic situation, local news, and what's happening around the world. And that means it's very important for you to tune in to Canton's Morning News every weekday at 5:30. There's a running play, got to about the 26-yard line. Pam Cook is your host, and she'll entertain you as well. Listen on air, online, or on Alexa.
How about that? All the options, Frank,
I
that you
know.
can find Pam. She's worth finding. That's for
She
sure.
is.
As folks, speaking of finding, as you watch offensive line play, know that coordinators are looking for the bubbles where guys are uncovered, and then they try to get the ball to them.
There's a stop and go by Aultman in the end zone, intercepted. Gabe Stouffer got up there and took it away. Logan Aultman did a stop and go. He was open for a brief minute, but Gabe Stouffer came over and took it away.
Yep, watch that. Air under the ball, so he definitely targeted his receiver. DBs are now closing. Gabe did a beautiful job coming from his free safety spot to make that pick. Say close on that top shoulder, and he did, and he's been a wonderful athlete tonight when you spread across the number of plays he's had as impact.
Yep.
There's quality impact in Gabe Stouffer's work.
All right, the Leopards now have it with 17 seconds. I would assume they'll take a knee here and take it into halftime, and we'll go to our Bell Stores halftime report. Make sure you stick around. A lot of good stuff for you. Now they're going to take a timeout now and talk about it, but I think we all know kind of what's going to happen here. I would highly doubt it, Mike, if they aired one out.
I would be interested to be in that little huddle right
too.
now, because all your common logic around clock management is let's get to the locker room.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
One more play, is it worth it
to
have something uniquely bad happen?
You don't want anything bad to happen here. No, they're going to take it. I'm assuming they're going to take a knee here, but I think maybe Chris Kappa's kind of settling everybody down right here and just kind of saying, okay, guys, hey, we're scoreless here. Let's just go in, regroup, and come back out.
Exactly. They'll take always your position groups. Will get huddled up with their position coaches, and they'll take game plan into what they've just seen, and they'll make 2 or 3 little soft adjustments.
Yeah.
And then the offensive and defensive coordinators line up their play calling accordingly. Now, interestingly enough, I suppose you could take a shot.
Well, they've got 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Let's see here.
It's a good timeout by Northwest to see what the formation presents.
Kind of playing a little cat and mouse here between Kappas and DeMarco.
You know what, Frank? If this was a college game or a pro game, all the sponsors would be loving it because they're cutting away for their extra commercials inside the last 17 seconds.
They are. Well, you know what? I'm going to mention our sponsors while we have the opportunity. Our starting lineups tonight brought to you by CKP Heating and Cooling, keeping the big dogs cool. Our scoring drives, when we have one, will be Fresh Mark Sugardale. And Fresh Mark Sugardale, predictably delicious since 1920. Our halftime report, I told you, is Bell Stores, keeping the family on full. Don't forget, at the end of the game, we'll have our player of the game, brought to you by Old Carolina Barbecue. And then our key play of the game is MCTV. So those are all our sponsors, and we have many more, but we want to welcome them. And they do take a knee. So that will do it here as the clock winds down under 10 seconds. Both teams will make their way to the locker room. A lot of great things happening here at halftime. We've got a great interview for you. And when we come back, we'll talk about this one, the first half, look at some numbers and also some scores from around the area. So stay tuned. It is halftime here at Louisville. No score between the Leopards and the Indians.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
The news of the day, every day, on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
Paving every alley in the city of Canton over the first 4 years, Gates. And literally, there were people coming out of their houses and hugging the guys working for the contractor, cleaning these alleys up.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
It is a good thing.
1480 WHBC.
I'm Miles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us at Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
And welcome to Beyond the Bleachers. I am Pam Cook. Glad to have you along this week. And we have a YouTube game that is Louisville hosting Northwest. So as that game is going on, something special is going to happen at halftime. But we also want to talk about a few other things with Coach Tom Siegfried. I think I'm still allowed to call him Coach, I would imagine, probably, right?
Yeah, that's definitely okay. Maybe just put a little former in front of that, or a little pause right now.
My friend Joe Palmisano used to tell me, once a coach, always a coach, right?
Yeah, it's hard to get rid of that title.
It is. It is. So as we were talking off the air, I said a lot of hardware back there, and it's all those years. But after 18 years and a state championship, you decided to call it quits and move on. Tell me a little bit about how that's been for you.
Yeah, it's it's obviously different. You do something this intense, and it's really, most coaches will tell you, a year-round job nowadays, and it's filling the time with other things. You obviously miss the relationships with the kids and the coaches and the day-to-day activities, but it does give you more time to spend with your family and do some other things that maybe got put to the side over the years. So it's good and bad, but I think it was time. My son moving into college, and I just thought it was a good time with 8 seniors graduating to kind of turn it over to somebody new and hopefully build upon the success that we've had.
Yeah, and to continue to live the excitement, because once you win that championship, boy, never goes away, and that's going to happen during the game Friday night at halftime. Tell us what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we're going to have our ring ceremony, and you're absolutely right, Pam. It's until you experience it, you don't realize all the things that come after you win the state championship and the opportunities and just, able to really enjoy all these things with the players and the coaches and the community and all those people that put us in position to win it. And we're going to get our rings, at halftime, right after the 2 bands play. And we're going to walk out there, and these young men who rightfully deserve it, went through all of those hard practices and summer workouts and believed in an end goal. They are able to reach it and get the little momentum to show what they've done. When they're old like their coach, they can say, look what I did one day when I was young.
And so some of them have to come back, right? Because they've graduated.
Yeah, we have 8 seniors that we tried to make it as friendly as possible with everybody kind of doing something different. We have 2 young men that are actually playing college football. So one's able to make it, one is not. But he's going to have somebody, Austin Wade's going to have his brother there to get the hardware for him. And the rest of them, we wanted to make it a halftime, give as much time as they can to get back from college and experience this night. And I'm sure, knowing these guys, they're going to probably hang out afterwards together and, spend some more quality time, extend that summer a little bit longer.
Yeah. And this will air during the game, so it's not like we're going to blow any secrets or anything, but can you tell me anything about the ring?
Yeah, they turned out great. We had Johnston's design them, and they obviously have a great partnership with our school, and really worked well with them, and just came out with everything that we wanted on them. Obviously, there's some identification of winning the state championship, but I have some things on it like family, and they were able even to engrave inside the ring their own little special messages that they wanted to remember individually. But then there's a lot of team concepts in there as well. Man in the arena, family, things of that sort that, really signify what we stood for all year.
So I also want to talk to you, while I have you, about your involvement with something that's near and dear to our hearts at the radio station, which is Wishes Can Happen. Talk about how you became involved with that.
Yeah, so we had a little slogan motto that we used a few years back that was bigger than basketball. We went to the regional finals 4 years ago. And the next year I was worried about pressure that we might have on our team. And, we started really focusing on things that were bigger than basketball. Obviously, our arena is playing basketball and doing that thing. And that's what these young men are really good at. But we started really trying to give back in numerous ways. And one of those ways was through Wishes Can Happen. I was able to get on the board of Wishes Can Happen. And it's really near and dear to my heart. My sister was actually granted one of the first wishes from Wishes Can Happen when she was diagnosed with leukemia when I was, 10, 11 years old. And I remember how that affected our family and how Wishes actually gave us a chance to take a deep breath and say, okay, things are going to be okay. And thankfully for her and our family, she has done great. But what Madeline and Cindy and the rest of the board members do at Wishes, I just can't speak enough about it. It's so local. All the money goes to these families. And we've even had a few Louisville families here recently that we've been able to help out a little bit. So, yeah, that's definitely bigger than basketball and something I'm really proud of, and something that, we want to see people can continue to support.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And the fact that it's local, I like to spread the word. It's, important to do that. But how did that impact your kids, the kids that you coach when that was part of your motto?
Yeah, I think it just kind of showed them a different perspective. And we all get kind of trapped in our communities that we grow up in. And sometimes you don't really get to see the outside world until you leave and kind of have some new experiences. So parent company with Wishes Can Happen. So we were serving food, part of the entertainment, at that facility. And then that just kind of carried on and done numerous things like Akron Hope, giving back to communities, not just even our own, but in Stark County. And, our partnership we have with you guys is tremendous. I can't say enough for how everybody chips in and, does the great fundraising that we do, partnership that we have with you guys. And it's just a great thing for Stark County and sometimes even beyond Stark County.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, you enjoy the ring ceremony and take it all in. I know you'll enjoy being back with that group again as a team. And we wish you the best. And I know I'll see you along the way for Wishes.
Absolutely. And the Leopard football team's doing great. So we'll get some rings and maybe get to 3-0 and see if we can get you guys back out there again this year to support the Leopards.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pam.
It's Kenny and JT.
Legendary actor, producer, director, author, musician, William Shatner. You've touched so many different generations, whether it's, Captain Kirk or DJ Hooker.
I got arrested for touching the wrong generation.
Was there a favorite role of yours throughout your entire illustrious career?
I don't think that way. What I think is the moment I'm doing something, that's the best I can do. And this radio show is the best I can do. So you'll have
away. It's the Kenny and JT Show. Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Back here at Leopard Stadium, it's halftime of our Bell Stores halftime report, keeping the family on full. Frank Cilona alongside Mike Gallina. And Mike, it's just been one of those games that both these teams very good offensively, very good defensively, but we're at a stalemate.
For sure. Each team has moved the football, but then big interceptions have stopped drives, and Northwest found a way to run the football, so they controlled clock in that second quarter. No one could score, but you could see the personality of their teams surfacing. So to your point, Frank, something's got to give here in the second half.
That's right. Something has to give, and certainly it is one of those games. And we always enjoy coming over here to Louisville. A lot of great folks that hang out with us here. And, tonight is a special night down on the field that they're going to be honoring the basketball team for their state championship. Coach Tom Siegfried down there. You saw the interview with Pam Cook, and so we're looking forward to seeing that, and we'll keep an eye down on the field for that. But also, we have some things we want to take care of here in the booth. And first thing is, we want to give you some scores of what's going on and around the area tonight. Halftime, Fairless and Claymont is just like this, 0-0 at halftime. St. Thomas and Tusky Central Catholic, well, it's the Saints of Tusky Central Catholic leading 7-0. That one is at halftime. How about this up in North Canton, your old stomping grounds? The Hoover Vikings, 51-0, and they're not even at halftime yet.
No, Frank, what Hoover's been able to do this year is be really balanced, so you can tell they're coming at them all guns blazing.
Yeah, they're playing Akron North, and the Vikings of Akron North and the Vikings of North Canton. It's been all Hoover tonight. Perry Panthers traveled over to Trumbull County tonight, taking on the Warren Harding Raiders, and Perry's up 6-0 in the second quarter. The Lake Blue Streaks, 1 Central. What else do we got here? The Massillon Tigers are tied at 14 against Rabun Gap, the Eagles of Rabun Gap. I have no idea where they're from. I think it's
Georgia.
Is it 13? And that one again, second quarter. Orville 21-0 over. Everything else, we have not gotten any reports. Well, here's one. Sandy Valley and East Canton. They are tied at 7 in the last report. There was the first quarter score. So Jackson Polar Bears, St. Francis, they are trailing St. Francis out of New Jersey, I believe. They are New York. And the Red run some scores in and around the area. And here we want to look at our numbers, our halftime stats. And as you can imagine, I'm guessing pretty even. I haven't had a real chance to really dive into them, but you're going to run those through for us.
Frank, you see 0-0, so everyone says, okay, let's go inside the numbers and say what's going on. Well, Northwest, so Northwest has turned it over twice, Louisville once. All of those are interceptions. No penalties for the Northwest Indians. How about that? On the road, they're clean.
Good.
And let's start with the visiting Northwest Indians. Braden Venables for 10 for 24 yards, 2 interceptions. So if you would look at that and say that's got to getting the ball for the Northwest Indians. Flip it over to our home team, our Louisville Leopards. Gabe Stouffer, 6 for 7 in the air for 51 yards and 1 interception. And Gabe Stouffer also is the 26 yards. So not a lot.
We're gathered down on the field, as you can see there on our screen. That is Coach Tom Siegfried and the basketball team that won the state championship this past season, Division III, and they are gathered down on the field. And we'll kind of catch up on a little of this. There's a presentation going on the scoreboard right now that is kind of neat with some highlights and games throughout the year. And Coach Siegfried
giving you the right kind of thing to say, hey, that team was so special. And every play, that energy rise to that level of just how
the hype man and student manager.
While they do that, Siegfried, and hopefully he brings one of those rings up here because I want to see one. I heard they were pretty special. The box lights up and all that, so we're going to hopefully have one up here to show all the
pork to make all pro sliders and Hickory.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like with Matt Bantone. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
Because when they succeed, we succeed.
CKP Heating and Cooling is the go-to name for heating, cooling, and more.
Local owners Chaz and Ty want to thank the community for their business and support. For heating, cooling, refrigeration, boiler work, sheet metal, custom fabrication, and more, go with CKP. Call 330-791-3029 or visit them online at ckphvac.com.
Join us as our Cilona group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink.
Louisville, I almost forgot where we were. We were having some fun here at halftime and playing
two Italian guys,
dancing to the music, and it's been fun. Watching that ring ceremony for the basketball team was special, and they set the standard here, and football team's trying to follow it up.
For sure, Frank. They talked about calling it the program, and a lot of folks saw that as almost an egotistical phrase. And Coach Siegfried said, no, we want that standard.
All the way out to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. We've got a couple of guys down on the field. The Louisville got up slowly, but one of the Indians is down.
John Campbell.
Is that John Campbell, number 7? We'll check on him and hope it's nothing serious, but
it was a great tackle there, Frank, by Colton Norris. He stayed. He didn't have the full onward rush like you see so often. He was almost that little extra spy, and he was able to pick up the cut and really make a nice tackle.
Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Our stream game, which will air at 3:30, matches Pittsburgh Central Catholic versus Woodland Hills. So a couple of teams from the Pittsburgh area. And then our YouTube game tomorrow night at 7. It is a delayed broadcast. It'll be Cleveland Heights versus McKinley. And I don't think the Kelsey brothers will be there tomorrow night, from what I understand. So don't start that rumor.
That's it. They may have thought about it. Then the next thing the rumor will be is Taylor Swift coming to Tom
Taylor
Benson.
will be there. We'll interview her.
That's how far out that would get.
Travis is in Brazil tonight, so
exactly.
That's a long flight.
He's coming back for the
He's
game.
out of the country.
Well, Campbell is okay. He walked off under his own power, so hopefully he'll be fine and be able to come back into the ball game. So the Indians now, they're going to go back to what they were doing there late in that second quarter with 3 running backs in the backfield, and the handoff to Stevenson as Connor Stevenson chugs forward for about 5 yards.
Loved his determined running pace there. And you notice that time, Frank, they didn't pull the guards. They just went base, just give a little room for Steve. Gosh, he's a hard guy to bring down, so his first hit, 2 more yards. And we used to talk about that yard after contact.
Yep.
Not just yards after catch.
Yep.
He's doing a nice job with that.
They're both yaks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Qualified so, huh?
There's Stevenson again. And, boy, he just continues to keep those legs moving. And he has got the first down at the 48-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Connor Stevenson that time was not going to be denied.
Boy, no, Frank, when you watch that, he is dead to rights in the hole, probably for a loss. But what he did was get his pads lower and kept his legs driving. Watch this, a great camera shot, guys. It's right at you. They basically stuffed the hole, so he's picking his way, but his legs don't stop. And then arm tackling starts to show up, and legs will always beat arm tackling.
Yeah. So it's a first down for the Indians. Stevenson again, Connor. Got stood up, though, after about a gain of 1.
Connor Stevenson will be carry for a gain of 1.
It will take Louisville to be team tackling him because he's so hard to bring down one-on-one. So you need that good initial hit, and then you need those cleanup guys to be pursuing quickly, or you're going to see him get that 6- and 7-yard carry each time.
So this time they're going to spread it out a little bit. They're going to go 4 receivers, 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side, stacked for maybe a screen here. And it's going to be a fake. Venables kept it and got to about the 49-yard line of Louisville. And I thought, Mike, for a minute there, they were going to maybe do some type of screen with the blocker out front there, one of those two receiver sets.
Made you think all that. And really
Sure
what
did.
they did there was the stack widens the linebacker so that there's a running lane up underneath. But to your point, you can come back to that. You can do the quick throw out there. There can be a double pass off of that. In that case, they just wanted the linebacker out of the way to the play side.
Just underway, first drive of the second half here. 9:39 on the clock. Venables rolls left, throws, caught, nope, dropped. And he had Lazarus over there that was just a little low, and he couldn't come up with it.
Yep, the rhythm in that was good, but the execution at the end, it just wasn't a strong enough throw. And still, as a former receiver coach, we say make your quarterback look good.
Yep.
Catch the football.
Yeah, that's right.
Catch the football. Confidence.
He'll throw it to you more.
Exactly. There's confidence like a pitcher and a catcher.
Yeah.
Handle me well, and I'll throw really well.
There you go.
This will be Northwest's first punt of the game.
Is it really?
Yeah. They had 2 turnovers and a loss of downs on the 3 possessions.
Jacob Garber in here to punt it away.
You're right, Bob, because the last time they ran into him.
That's right. There's a
that's a
nice
bullet.
kick. It's going to hit right at the goal line and go into the end zone for a touchback. But, wow, that was about 52 yards in the air.
Garber sent a missile.
He did.
To the goal line.
But, unfortunately, he loses 20 of it coming back.
There's your net yardage that everyone
Yeah.
likes to look at in punter efficiency.
That's right.
All right, so now we get a chance to see what Louisville's second half adjustment from the whiteboards to the position groups to now to the play calling. And we'll watch what starts to become an emphasis.
There you go. So the Leps getting their final instructions from the OC down on the field, and Coach Cap is down there as well. We'll catch up with tonight's winning coach after the ball game, so stick around for that. We'll have our player of the game, our play of the game.
Double cross.
Stouffer, back, throws, caught. Good catch by Burek. And a gain of about 7 yards.
It's actually a double cross. Look at the receivers crossing underneath one another, and it still takes time for a window for Stouffer, and he delivers it perfectly. O-line created that ability for that completion, and now it's second short.
Our key play replay tonight will be brought to you by MCTV, and our player of the game, Old Carolina Barbecue, official barbecue of football. Here's Stouffer. Going to run it and got the first down at about the 34-yard line. He got about 7 yards on that carry.
We appreciate Stouffer there. He threw a nice completion on a double cross. Then he comes off of his long snap here, and watch his offensive line. There's a little fold block, which means 2 go one way, and the tackle folds up inside. Beautiful job. And he read that. Looking for those little bubbles.
Oh, boy, Owen Wilson turned the corner, and he's taking it all the way to the house, 67 yards.
How about that explosive backside? They say in football, he snuck out the backside, but it was great play call and design. Watch, here, got your seam sealed up inside. Receiver does just enough, and then 2 missed tackles there because of the speed.
Yep, he's one of the fastest in Stark County. They're not catching him.
Nope, Owen Wilson showed you breakaway speed there. Just what the Leopards needed, something to unlock this game to make them feel good, but also create a little momentum too.
Parker Dahm on for the extra point. Snap, the kick, and it is up, and it is good. So with 7:52 to go here in the third quarter, our first score of the ball game. The Leopards on a 67-yard run from Owen Wilson. They take the lead. 7-0 Leps. We'll be back right after this.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
You know, Frank, I think he was trying to pound that ball down through the middle.
Yeah, and he nailed a guy in the front row.
And then that's where you have a decent enough athlete to say, I can handle that. And look at that field position right now at the 45.
All right, well, we've got our first score of the game, and the scoring drive brought to you by Fresh Mark Sugardale. Predictably delicious since 1920. Mike?
Well, Frank, that score was predictably delicious for the
was.
Leps, buddy. Happened at 7:52. Game on the run by Owen Wilson. Extra point by Dom was good. We got
yards on the keeper. And, yeah, the Indians kind of caught a break there. They got great field position. Heads-up play there by Turbovich as he caught that line drive coming right at him. There's a fake handoff. And with the football is Venables, still going inside the 35 and then pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Frank, the play that was called against that defense could not have lined up better. Louisville blitzes from the top side, and you take a look. The blitzer then has to all of a sudden do a U-turn and come back, and then you've got that little ability to option yet again, so it freezes up your tackler. And right now they're at the 33-yard line going in.
Yeah, Logan Aultman was right there saying, hey, anytime you want to pitch it, I'm here.
Stay with me in phase, and don't give up on me.
That's right. Now they're going back to that full house backfield. There's a fake handoff, a keeper. Venables going to pitch it out. And a great defensive play there as Kellen Reinford.
Watch you take care of the dive. He's tackled. Quarterback's accounted for. And then you got the pitch back accounted for. Good team defense.
Yep.
Again, nice answer to the long gainer that just happened.
Yeah, how nice is that? Saturday Morning Huddle is back this season with your host Kenny Rhoda and John Bazika. Bunch of good stuff. Make sure you tune in. There's a catch. That's Lazarus, and he is ahead of the first down marker. So that keeps the chains moving.
Boy, Frank, a big cushion up there on the top side, and it was great that Venables was able to see it. See it again. There's that cushion up on top.
Going to go trips on the near side. They got him spread a little bit. Here's Madure, and not much there. Maybe a yard.
Here comes the scrum push.
But I shouldn't stop because he kept moving.
Well, such great extra effort.
A little bit of running room, and that closed quickly. He got to about the 15. Sandy Valley, our radio game brought to you by Fresh Mark Sugardale. You can catch the stream on WHBCSports.com. That game was 7-7. There is Stevenson, still moving the pile.
Boy, Frank, there'll be a decision made here. Could be 4-down territory.
It could be, yeah.
Or you could take your 3 and say, all right, let's see what the fourth quarter presents.
Clock at 3:07 and counting.
As folks continue to watch the offense for Northwest, it's really nice to watch their guards because they will take you to the ball most times. And if not, they're going to let your eyes go quickly to where is the action with the ball in the backfield. So you can almost predict the type of play by watching their guards.
It's funny you say that because the H-back last week, Coach McDaniels was telling us he takes you to the football. Here's a pass tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Now, there's going to be a flag, but they're going to wave that off. It was tipped, and they are going to tell him right now that it was tipped. So
this is what we call good mechanics by the officials.
Yep.
One sees the interference. Yep. The others say no, it's tipped. Let's talk.
Yeah, he waved it off. Good call. Good job by the officiating crew to quickly realize that.
Great mechanics. Coach DeMarco's taking his 3.
Yep, he's going to go for 3. He'll bring on the veteran, the senior, Ben Shantz. It's going to be about a 25-yard attempt, maybe. Let's see where they set it down. Just inside the 20.
24.
Or inside the.
It's at the 14-yard line?
20.
Yes.
It's at the 14, yeah. They look like that's where he's going to take a knee. That's Venables, who's going to be the holder. Ben Shantz. Plenty of time on the play clock. The snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So a 24-yard field goal attempt by Ben Shantz, and the Indians are on the scoreboard. 2 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout. It's the Leopards 7 and the Indians 3. We'll be back.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
Back here at Louisville, the Northwest Indians get on the scoreboard. We'll have that scoring drive for you here after the kick. Taken back to about the 32-yard line by Owen DiMarzio. And now with that Fresh Mark Sugardale scoring drive, predictably delicious since 1920.
Boy, that fresh mark keeps showing up, and the fresh mark was this one. It was actually a great field goal on the mark. Northwest scoring drive was 11 plays, 48 yards, Frank. So they consumed a lot of clock. 24-yard field goal by Ben Shantz. 7-3 as we work our way into the final minutes of the third quarter.
And we are. Stouffer. That's Wilson. Wilson trying to get the corner, and he might have squeaked out a yard, but that's it. But, boy, when he takes the ball and he's running, you see people start to raise their eyebrows like, wow, is this guy fast?
Frank, and the neat thing about that, and Coach McD would tell you, as the game wears on, the running pursuit angles can be a little fatigued.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, a guy with speed is gone where he wasn't before, because guys are a half step slower because they're a little tired. They're reaching instead of tackling. So you want guys like with the ball outside as often as you can. Wilson's one of those guys.
That's a great point. Leopard's going to go.
Looks like.
Yep, that's what he grabbed.
Yep, you're reaching for jersey, knee, hip, whatever you can get a hold of just to slow that down. And
I'll never forget my first year of tackle football, but we'll take it.
And their face is going. He engaged the D one extra time. It's on your match. So he'll.
And Seaman gets the first.
Northwest committed to, Frank, was a blitz with no safety.
Yeah.
So Ben was trying to let a play and player open up across the middle, but the rush got to him. If he had just a little more time in the pocket, he had a crossing route.
Yeah. You always cringe as a coach when they start spinning and running backwards. You're like, oh, boy, go the other way.
Yeah, that's the plus minus. There's a risk-reward of being a scrambling quarterback.
Shedeur Sanders would have lost 35. Looks like about a 2-yard loss.
That was one of those plays, Frank, where the defense was beautifully designed for the play that came at them.
Yeah.
Sometimes that just happens. There's not a lot of reading going on in that. It showed up in our lap. Let's go make a tackle.
Well, the third quarter is going to come to an end. And we have played 3 here at Louisville. Our score, it's the Louisville Leopards 7 and the Northwest Indians 3. We'll be back right after these timeouts.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
life happens at full speed, your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
We go to the fourth quarter. The Leopards with a 4-point lead. It's been a great ball game. 2 good offenses, 2 good defenses have given us some exciting plays, and it's close, and just like we thought it was going to be.
Frank, how about that? Third quarter opened up a little bit. Both teams, Louisville gets the big play. Northwest comes back with I'll say a really nice kick return that showed up in their lap. Put a nice little drive together and got points on the board. So both teams dented the scoreboard. Let's see who now in the fourth quarter can get a score yet again.
Wilson with the football that time, got it inside the 35 to about the 30.
7 carries, 73.
Yeah. Hey, join us tomorrow night, the yard field goal attempt. And, well, it's really short. I don't understand there. Maybe they're just going to give it to him at the 20 now because it's a missed field goal. Not a bad thought. Rather than try to punt it and get it blocked or anything like that.
At the pooch.
Oh, place kick punt. Sense.
Their strategy.
And that one is, dropped. But I like their thinking. Lazarus couldn't come up with it. It was a little underthrown by Madore. But it's an interesting play call.
Good spot to do it there if you catch somebody flattening down. You see him
and Madore in motion,
zone.
yeah.
Yep, Stouffer's the one that reads the eyes. Watch him. He sees this, and then instead of flattening out, he comes to the top shoulder receiver. They had him, but ball underthrown, and Stouffer makes his break.
Oh, it was tipped away, looked like there by Stouffer, yeah.
Yep.
Well, incompletion brings up second down. Venable's going to roll to his left. Nobody to throw to, and he's brought down inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about 4 yards. So bring up third down, and
should be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I don't want. Okay, there it is, 3rd and 11. So we'll
take a look at the Leopards' defense right now. Frank, they're going to basically have a 3-man front, and they're going to keep themselves all zoned out. So which will mean you got to find your curl route, if at all.
Venable's going to air it out, this time out of bounds. Nowhere near Lazarus that time. That one was incomplete.
Went outside to his favorite receiver. It wasn't going to be enough for the first down. But nonetheless, the Leps did a nice job of keeping up in front of him and using that sideline as your friend.
Well,
speaking of a friend,
at halftime we
absolutely.
We had halftime festivities down on the field, and it was a great ceremony as the boys basketball team got their state championship rings, and Coach Tom Siegfried is here in the booth with us. And Coach, first of all, have you stopped smiling since this happened? I mean, my goodness.
Honestly, no. Honestly, no. It's surreal, and it's still
it's the same. But you got to.
Yeah, it was. It's a special moment, and every time I see the the videos, that was a special moment. There was a lot of feelings into that of car rides and talks and adversity and all those things that we talk about in sports that unfortunately a lot of times don't necessarily in today's world get spoken about enough. And I really enjoyed the journey more than even the outcome. The journey was amazing.
Well, lost there on the running play, Owen Wilson that time. So to bring up second down and about 14 for the Leopards. And Mike, I know you've got a couple of questions for Coach.
Sure. Talk to us about probably the first time everybody was back together at one point.
Correct.
Since springtime. So that whole idea of, hey, guys, we get to do this one more time with a big hug.
Yeah.
Did a lot of that go on down there?
Oh, it was. And it was just nice seeing guys roll up, and knowing that they saw familiar faces and they got a big smile on their face. They've all kind of tasted college at the senior at the freshman level, all of our seniors from last year, but just seeing them come back is almost like leaving the locker room, coming into practice or a pregame meal. You just know what each other are thinking. And I know they all were very excited about getting the rings, and they kept getting texts and, Coach, what do they look like? And I said, you'll see them enough. You'll see them. So I'm sure they'll be sporting those tonight for sure.
Describe that ring to us. I know there's a lot of thinking.
There's a lot that goes into this. So we got the leopard eyes on top, which is kind of our little basketball logo. But then some things that really stand out in our program that we had put on there. We have the man in the arena. So one thing that we really there we go.
Stouffer, that is. That was
or no,
the Candle.
Yeah,
Anderson Candle.
Never compete, and I really preach this to these kids all the time. You're going to have adversity in your life, but if you never put your head out there and actually try, you're never going to know what you can do. And that's what these guys did all year long for their whole career, and that really came up big. We have family on the bottom of it. Obviously, is something that a lot of teams use, but we really felt like a connected family. And then, honestly, we just call ourselves the program. And a lot of times people wonder what that means. And the program means, our sixth man, our community, our parents, our siblings, everybody that plays a factor of getting you to practice or, donating in one way or the other or giving their time and effort to building something we have. I can't do it by myself. Our coaches can't. Our players can't. You got to have an entire community. And when we went to
by the state champ, and
since they were 9.
Since they were 9.
Yeah.
When did it?
When we started really beating teams like Richmond Heights and St. Ignatius, we got beat pretty good by St. V's. We'll forget Pyramid of the Dead.
But you cultured them. You allowed that to happen so that they had confidence enough to trust and also offer it.
And you know what? That was probably one of my biggest growing areas through my last 3 to 4 years is just really trusting my players and letting them make more decisions, letting them own it. And that goes a long way, and I learned that the last 3 to 4 years.
Coach, one of the final question, I guess, for you, unless Mike has something else. You stepped away at the end of the season. How difficult was that for you?
Whew. So when I took this over, it was all about building it to be every year. So we had 13 in a row winning seasons. We went 86-20 the last 4. We get it to where we wanted it. We have little dribblers. We have over 200 kids in our youth program. We have a JV and freshman team that 19-2, 20-3. All those things are going on. And one of the things I always wanted, and I promised myself, was that I didn't want to turn it over when times weren't good. And I wanted to turn it over when things were good and let somebody else put their own take on it. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. I miss the relationships. I miss the coaching, watching kids go above what they think they can do. But Dave's going to do a great job. We have a lot of the same guys there. I know these young guys are going to be the next Bo, the next BG, the next Ashton. And I'm really proud of where things are right now.
All right, Coach Tom Siegfried, thank you so much for stopping in. We appreciate it. Great looking ring right there, man.
Yes, sir.
I might be wearing that quite a bit here lately. If I get in a street fight, somebody might be in trouble. So,
oh man,
three of my fingers fit inside.
There you go. There's a
Get
fumble.
on it. Yeah, got it.
And the Leopards with the football on the turnover.
Owen Wilson, I bet you.
Yep. And you are that is. It is. It is. Owen Wilson comes up with it.
Hey, Owen Wilson's also our video guy for basketball, so I know what he's all about there. That kid's a winner.
I'll tell you what, he's got a voice for radio and TV, so
both.
We're going to keep you in mind.
I'll be a substitute.
There you go.
I'm free now. I have free time. Bring the radio in.
There you go. Tom, thank you so much
guys.
for being here.
Appreciate you guys coming and covering us.
Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tom.
Thank you.
It's awesome, buddy.
All right. Well, good visit there with
that was awesome.
State championship winning coach Tom Siegfried, and he's going down radio row here and TV row making the stops. But boy, what a great season they put together. Here is a pass across the middle off the fingertips of the intended receiver that time. That was Jake Baker.
Yep, just a little high. Had him in the seam right where he wanted him with the play action. And I think Gabe would say, I'd like to have that one back just a little bit.
Yep. Well, we got a little bit off course a little bit, but that's okay because I loved having Tom here. But you have the scoring drive there on the field goal attempt.
Yep. Speaking of coming back, we'll come back to that scoring opportunity with the Leopards. 5:50 in the fourth quarter. They possessed the ball 4 minutes and 6 seconds. 7 plays, 15 yards, but a big 36-yard field goal by Parker Dom. Louisville 10, Northwest 3, and Louisville's on the attack again.
Stouffer with the carry, gets the first down and more. And inside the 25-yard line, and a first down for the Leopards. That scoring drive brought to you by Freshmark Sugardale. Predictably delicious since 1920.
Frank, you're seeing Louisville up front now. Look at the push, the offensive line. Look at the space for the running back to find. That's usually fatigue, and some guys also on the offensive line saying, let's go finish this thing.
That's right. So the Leopards now with a 10-3 lead, and they're knocking again on the door inside the 25-yard line. Great interview at halftime. Pam Cook does a great job with our Beyond the Bleachers, and she had Tom on then as well, and it was good for him to stop by here. It was great seeing him, talking to him. He's been a great guy, always supported us over the years when we went to do ball games there. He was always great to work with, so I wish him the best.
For sure, Frank. You think a lot of times with head coaches it's an X and O conversation, but now there's so much more the art of leading young men.
Yes.
And those that have that figured out, where they connect to the hearts and souls of their players and still massage the X and O in, they separate themselves. And Tom was able to do that because many nights when you watch them in that run, it looked like maybe not going to happen, and that they found a way. And it was because of their connectedness, as he shared earlier. And he built that over time.
So the Leopards now will go 2 receivers on the far side, 1 split far on the near side here. High snap, but controlled, and a handoff all the way to the 20-yard line. There's a new quarterback in there, too.
Yeah, DiMarzio on the carry, but you're right. We had our backup quarterback.
Stouffer got a little banged up on the last play. He had to
Cody Zoller was in there. And, looks like Gabe standing there on the sideline with his helmet off. He's walking out to the huddle here. Looks like he's okay, just kind of clearing the cobwebs maybe.
And got an Indian down out there, Frank, too.
Timeout on the field, and we'll keep it here and let you know that our next broadcast will be tomorrow here on the YouTube. It'll be Cleveland Heights versus McKinley. That is a 7 o'clock game on the delay, though, so you'll have to catch it after the ball game. But we do have a radio game at 12 noon from Tom Benson Stadium. It's the Hall of Fame Classic, Cleveland East Tech and Glen Oak. And then our stream game at 3:30. The Bazika kids, son John and dad George, will have that one for you. Pittsburgh Central Catholic and Woodland Hills at 3:30. So 3 games tomorrow, and our next Friday night broadcast will be next Friday, Perry at Lake, and that one will be a delayed broadcast. But that's going to be fun.
That'll be a great one.
That's going to be a good one.
That'll be a great one.
Looks like our nose tackle there, Vince Latimer, is up and walking off the field. He is
tough young man, you can tell.
Yep, he is walking off with
staunchly
determination.
Walking off.
Yes,
that's right.
He's like, I'm fine.
I'll be back.
I'm fine.
Well, now here's, as we do what we call clock maintenance and clock management, Frank. If you're the Leopards, you see you're at 3:49, and the clock's being wound right now. You can make sure that you're managing time off the clock. A first down usually means 2 extra minutes.
Yeah.
So if they can milk a little of that down and get that first down here, they really make it hard on Northwest.
3rd and 7, 5 receivers in the pattern. There's 3 spread on the near side, 2 stacked on the far side. Let's see here what Gabe Stouffer has in mind. He's going to throw it out there, a screen pass to the receiver. Not much there, though. He lost about 2 yards. And Northwest thinks there's a fumble, but down. The referee says no, he was down.
Great pursuit, great team pursuit by the Indians there, Frank. And what gets done there is when the ball's in the air.
Yeah.
When that lateral ball is moving out to the receiver, you got to get going to your point of attack. And, boy, the Indians did a great job while the ball was in the air, laterally.
Yep. Don't forget to stick around. After tonight's ball game, we'll have our stats analysis, our player of the game, brought to you by Old Carolina Barbecue, our key play replay, brought to you by MCTV, and we'll also catch up with the winning coach down on the field. And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 2:49 to go here in the ball game. 10-3, Leopards on top.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us at Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Back here at Louisville, and a lot of discussion as to what the Leps will do. And we thought maybe they'd try a field goal because Parker Dahm had plenty of leg on the last one, but they are going to go for it here on 4th down and 9. Ball sits at the 23-yard line. So the Leps will go trips on the near side, 2 on the far side, and now what? Timeout, Leopards. They're gonna think about it too. I think they maybe wanted to see what the lineup was going to be over there, and maybe they might march Parker Dahm out there this time.
It's interesting because you have coaches in headsets at this point talking about, yeah, that's in his range. The wind is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you sure you don't want to try this?
They're kicking.
And so at this point, they're saying, you know what? Let's get this thing done.
Well, we were looking during that commercial break at the flags. Now, there are a bunch of flags on the far side. To my left, maybe the 50-yard line and back, they're all blowing south to north. And you look at the last flag on that far, the last 2 or 3, they're all blowing north to south.
Frank, this is just like Brown Stadium.
It's crazy.
And there's no lake for the wind to be coming off of tonight.
Great job there by the camera crew. They caught it. But, yeah, there's flags flying in 6 different directions. So a swirling wind here on the lakefront.
And let's see, they're going to put it in their playmakers' hands.
Yep.
So that's going to be Gabe Stouffer with decisions.
Yeah. So they're going to go trips again on the near side, 2 split on the far side. 2 4-man rush. Here's a pass into the end zone, and it is intercepted by Logan Aultman. Logan Aultman with his 2nd interception of the ball game.
What a great athlete on the top side of that defense, Frank. He went up, the phrase always is he high points the football, but watch, he plays a great center field, reads the eyes of the quarterback, stays deep, and then uses great athletic skills to climb and catch.
Yep.
Hey,
Great
this
job.
is the opportunity now for Northwest to put together a drive. They've got 2 timeouts left, and we're at 2:49 remaining. So watch a lot of rhythm passing going on right now.
Yep. 2:49, like Mike said, 80 yards to go. They need a touchdown and an extra point to tie it. Braden Venables back to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got 10 yards, enough for the first down.
It'll stop just to set change, so got to get reset. And a lot of times, as you watch Venables, nice job here. Puts it down, hits north-south, gets his first down. Nice job there, not trying to extend the play any more than the first down.
Yep.
Save some seconds.
Clock at 2:32 and counting. Venables, pressure's on, got away from it. Trips, but stays on his feet and got about 3 yards out of all that.
You have to hurry it up.
Hey, the Perry Panthers a 15-0 lead in the 4th quarter over Warren Harding. That's a tough place to go play, and they're shutting out the Raiders. Venables.
Yep, single coverage on top.
Gonna throw. Oh, this one's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good thing about that is it stops the clock, but it brings up a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, he was trying to drop it down in there to the door.
Well, Mike, you're going to like this. Your Minerva Lions, 27-0 over Springfield in the 3rd quarter.
How about the Lions pitching a shutout down there?
How about that?
Zach Slates has got him going on down
That's right,
there.
buddy. Zach Slate's doing a great job. This
Sure
could be
is.
win number 2. There's Venable. He dropped the football. Now he picks it up, and he's going to try to run it, try to get something out of it, and he got hammered at the 38-yard line by number 7, Colton Doherty, from that middle linebacker position.
Precious seconds are running off here at the 4th down mark Might have taken a timeout there, Frank, to set this 4th down. But they're going to let it roll. And one last play.
4th down.
Can they convert?
They've got to get 3 yards for the 1st down. Here's a screen pass, and that one is busted up. And the Leopards have held. They'll take over the football with 1:20 to go. And they have the football at the Northwest 38-yard line.
Northwest can stop the clock twice, Frank, with timeout. But it still should be, even after those 2 stoppages, it's going to get down under a minute before there would be any change of possession. Louisville had just a little bit more in that second half. It seemed like they closed up and got to positions and spots a little quicker than Northwest did. Just enough plays made. And what a great game here at 10-3.
So 1:20 to go, and Louisville needs to run the time off the clock. There is a run play by Stouffer, and he's gobbled up there at the 39-yard line, so lost about a yard.
Timeout Northwest.
Northwest going to quickly
remaining.
call those timeouts. So yeah, they have 1 left. A couple of scores here. Blue Streaks hanging on, 27-21 over Rocky River. That one in the 4th. It is Green over Talmadge, 21-0. The Tigers of Massillon and the team from Georgia, Rayburn Gap, 21-all at halftime.
Second half looks good on that one.
Yep. St. Francis over Jackson, 28-14. So the Polar Bears trail by 2 touchdowns at home tonight. That one at halftime. East Canton, boy, Spider doing a great job. They're going to go to maybe 3-0. They're up 21-7. The last report, that was around halftime, so that one's probably moving on. Hoover Vikings 65-0 tonight over Akron North. That is a final.
With Frank, and that would have had running clock.
Oh yeah,
for a big part of it too.
So the Leps now with 1:14. Stouffer going to throw it. Caught. Wilson.
Frank, I'm going to be Coach McDaniels here for a second. He's probably going to be really nervous when he sees that ball being thrown around out there.
Oh, yeah.
With this kind of time left in the game.
he'd have been hitting me on the shoulder.
That's trust in your playmakers.
Yes.
Is what that is.
Yes. Speaking of Coach McDaniels, his son Josh, they open up their season on Sunday in New England, so that's it's a great opportunity for him to catch the ball game. And
always excited.
So nice of the NFL finally got things going. There's a game going on tonight in Brazil.
Doesn't look good here for Owen Wilson right now, Frank, as he comes off after that catch.
He hobbled off earlier in this half.
Yeah, that's kind of why the clock was stopped, as Owen.
Yeah, you have to ask yourself at times, is it worth that?
Yeah.
It's always easy to look at this point but nonetheless, less handling of the ball, clock becomes your opponent at this point. And I know you're in a shotgun, you're not under center at all.
Right.
But the fewer touches, the exchanges, the better.
Yeah. Well, keeping an eye on him on the sideline. He's just trying to walk it off. He's got one of his teammates kind of helping him, and probably be okay, but we'll see. Here's Stouffer going to keep it. Oh, he fumbled the football. Woo, boy. The Leopards got back on it.
There'll be a lot of folks sitting in the, I'll say the man in the arena.
Yeah.
The folks in the arena are going to say, why are we risking this?
Yeah.
Just get down.
Well, I think now you can, what Coach McDaniels calls a 99, and that is take a knee. Take a knee. That's the play, 99.
I like it. It's got a number.
Yep.
Well, play clock's at 23, game clock's at 39, so if they don't get the first down, Northwest's going to have one shot.
One shot. I think I'd put it on my defense.
Yep, you could almost run it down, take a delay.
Yeah.
And then make your decision. Are you punting the football?
Well, they'll call a timeout there, yeah.
Yep.
So the timeout, Leopards. We'll keep it here. 17 seconds on the clock. Enough time for us to tell you that the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes will take on Grambling tomorrow. Pregame is at 2 o'clock. Kickoff at 3:30 from the Shoe. And it's all on 1480 WHBC. And the Brownies on Sunday will host Cincinnati and Joe Burrow.
The league's most proficient passer last
That's right.
year.
Yeah, brand new season starts on Sunday, 11 a.m. pregame. 1 o'clock is kickoff from the lakefront. All kinds of things going on tomorrow. Boy, oh boy, we've got 3 football games for you. We've got the Saturday morning huddle with Kenny and John Bazika. It'll be on our WHBC YouTube channel, Facebook. They'll have game analysis, live interviews. They do a great job bringing those coaches on every Saturday morning. And I think those coaches love it too. Boy, they sit there in their locker room where they've got 2 or 3 of their players with them, and it's fun. Last week was hilarious watching Spider Miller try to navigate through Zoom or whatever. I'm not sure what program they use, but just getting them on there. He was in his car. He was driving his daughter around to her games. And it was funny. But he figured it out.
That's the best. He's hit a new new level of technological skill.
That's right. There we go. Clock. And Ben's going to let it fly, and it's incomplete. Intended for Quinn Burek. So 12 seconds on the clock, and Northwest will take over on downs. So you got your defense out there for Louisville. Unless something crazy happens, they've got to go 65 yards.
Yeah, we'll see how this gives the Indians a play or 2 because they're going to be throwing it. No timeouts, of course. So the Leopards are going to be in truly the athletic prevent, which will mean nobody behind you. You stay wider than the widest player and deeper than the deepest player.
Venables going to take the snap from the shotgun. And he is going to look, throw, it's intercepted. And smartly, right down on the ground, goes Luke Seaman. And Seaman came up, made the catch, and dropped to his knees and said, that's it. Let's run it out.
Now we take that knee from whatever your formation is.
Yeah.
Heads up play. Appreciated the tenacity by the Indians. They were able to run the football well, didn't throw it as well in that second half, and the Leopards got their athleticism going and on the strong legs of good kicking as well.
Well, stick around. We'll have our post-game show for you. We'll have our player of the game brought to you by Old Carolina Barbecue, official barbecue of football. And we'll have our key play replay brought to you by MC TV. And that'll do it for the ball game. The Louisville Leopards have improved to 3-0 on the season. Northwest drops to 1-1. Both teams down on the field shaking hands. When we get a chance, we will catch up with Coach Chris Kappas of the Louisville Leopards. We'll give him an opportunity to shake hands and talk to some of the other coaches down there.
Yeah, that coaching fraternity really is strong.
Yeah.
Right? They compete really, really hard, but they understand the job that they're in. It's a great appreciation for one another.
Once we get Coach with a headset on, we'll go down to him.
Frank, both teams are going to, I think, do a really nice job in their seasons ahead. Louisville joining the All-American Conference next year.
How about that, huh?
So they have Fitch and Boardman and Canfield, and I believe it's Howland and Harding.
Yeah.
So this will be nice for them to, as they're doing, establishing program and then move into a league that can compete for a championship.
Oh, absolutely. That's kind of neat. A lot of folks thinking, well, you know, it's a long way to travel, but you know what? People travel all the time. I mean, it's not like you're going to play teams that are, you know, right around the corner. So let's see here. Do we have Coach set up with us down there? Coach, can you hear us? There he is.
They're asking for me.
There you go. How are you, Coach?
Doing well.
All right, congratulations. Coach Chris Kappas joins us. And first of all, congratulations. Your team moves to 3-0 on the season. And what a ball game tonight. So impressed by your team and the way they came out and just kind of set the standard right from the beginning. And talk about what you liked tonight, what you didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all around offense, defense, guys coming up big with big plays when we need them, and special teams and everything. I mean, a huge field goal by Parker Dahm to put that one through to get us ahead. And but you know, we fought through adversity there. They made some really good plays. That's a really good team. They're really good on defense. They got a great plan to run the ball, and you know, I thought our guys took some adjustments well at halftime. And you know, we're a 4-quarter team.
Well, Owen Wilson tonight. Boy, he showed how he is one of the fastest guys in Stark County when he turned that corner and turned on the Jets.
Yeah, he's special, man. He doesn't need a lot of space to get that far. But, you know, kudos to him and great call by our coaching staff and the O-line for blocking there.
Chris, Mike Gallina up here with you, and I really appreciated your halftime adjustments. It looked like you guys were using your athleticism in scheme really, really nicely. Get your playmakers the ball and maybe not try to do too much, but get those guys the ball more often.
Yeah, just some slight adjustments, some plays we saved for the second half. If we need it, they're doing something different than what they normally do. And again, you know, it goes by players, formations, plays. We're trying to get our
Coach. You know, it's been talked about the last couple of games. Gabe Stouffer done a great job of just managing the game for you, not turning the football over, and certainly tonight did another great job for you at that quarterback position.
Yeah, he threw a couple deep ones that. You know, he'd like to have back. But again, I mean, he's a heck of a runner. He's a good leader. He understands what's going on. And, you know, he's got to be better than he was tonight, but, you know, was good enough to get it done.
Certainly the success of most teams comes from those trenches, and you've got guys up front offensively and defensively that really played outstanding tonight. Talk about their play.
Yeah, I mean, we got some guys playing some Iron Man football, not coming off the field, and our O-line did a great job, you know, creating that big play to get the touchdown in the second half right there. You know, but we got to be able to run the ball when they're stacking the box there. We got to get more than too many negative plays. They're getting behind the sticks when we got to run the ball to run the clock out.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, and congratulations on the win, going 3-0. Next up for you, Marlington, and we'll be rooting for you as well.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Coach. And, you know, he basically, you know, again said, we played well, but we had some things to fix.
You know, and he used the great Mount Union Larry Karras phrase.
That's good. It's because he went there.
Players, formations, and plays.
Yeah.
And so when you can distill it to that and you take your guys that fit that, now you get your game plan put together, and that's where he took it in that second half. You're right, Frank. You're on a roll here at Louisville. They're feeling good about themselves.
Absolutely. 3-0 as they improve too, and Northwest drops to 1-1 on the season. All right, we've got a lot to do here. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you some scores, stats, and analysis and wrap this one up here from Louisville.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Kenny and JT.
Legendary actor, producer, director, author, musician, William Shatner. You've touched so many different generations, whether it's, you know, Captain Kirk or DJ Hooker.
I got arrested for touching the wrong generation.
Was there a favorite role of yours throughout your entire illustrious career?
I don't think that way. What I think is the moment I'm doing something, that's the best I can do. And this radio show is the best I can do. So you'll have
It's the Kenny and JT Show. Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Welcome back here to Louisville as we are in our postgame now of our Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube game of the week. And before we get to the numbers, we'll give you some scores from around the area here. Minerva, the Lions are 2-1. Mike Gallina is smiling. That's his alma mater. 34-0 over Springfield tonight. And they will go on to win that one. Tuslaw over Caldwell. 36-14, that one in the fourth quarter. A lot of these scores are in the fourth quarter. Malvern over Harrison Central, 34-15. Perry, the Perry Panthers are in Warren tonight, taking on Warren Harding, 15-0 in that fourth quarter. It's the Lake Blue Streaks at home, up on Rocky River, 34-28. That one late in the ball game. Alliance bouncing back this week, 40-13 over Streetsboro. That one in the fourth quarter. West Branch 48-6 over Struthers. Again, in the fourth quarter. Salem 56 over East Liverpool 20. Again, fourth quarter score. In the third quarter, last score we got was Claymont 7, Fairless 6. In the third quarter, this one was, let's see here, Orville 28-7 over Canton Central Catholic. And in the third quarter over in Massillon, the Tigers 28-all with Rabum Gap. And that one going into the fourth quarter now. St. Francis out of New York taking on Jackson. The Polar Bears at home trail 34-21. That one in the fourth quarter. And the East Dragons of Akron, last score we had was 12-7 over Canton South at halftime. And let's see here, a couple more for you. East Canton, 26-14. The last score we had down at Sandy Valley. That one probably late in the fourth quarter there. Green Bulldogs a winner tonight. That one is a final 42-7 over Talmadge. We told you about North Canton Hoover. Boy, did they roll 65-0 over Akron North. And one more for you here, a final. Tusky Central Catholic 20 and St. Thomas Aquinas 6. So that is going to keep you updated. Don't forget to check in with more scores and analysis and much more on our Hammersmith Insurance Scoreboard show with Brian coming up right after the ball game on the radio. So Brian Novak will have all that for you, so tune in to that one. Mike, a good ball game tonight. 10-3 was the final. Louisville improves to 3-0. Northwest falls to 1-1. Two pretty good teams.
Oh, they were so evenly matched. And Frank, remember early we were teasingly saying we weren't sure which team we were watching because they both looked the same.
Yeah.
It was like they just switched uniforms. And when you take a look at these final stats, it's going to bear that out. It looks so close. Louisville 10, Northwest 3. But here comes total yards. Louisville 217 total yards. Guess what? Northwest 212 total yards. First downs, Louisville 13, Northwest 17. Rushing yards, Northwest 174, Louisville 110. Here's where the game separated just a little bit. Northwest 38 yards passing, Louisville 107 yards passing. Time of possession 25-45 for Northwest, 22-15 for Louisville. 4 turnovers for Northwest, 2 for Louisville. Penalties, how about this? 3 for the entire game, both teams combined. 1 penalty for Northwest for 15 yards, 2 penalties for Louisville at 20 yards. So just as 10-3 would suggest, it was that even up and down the stat line. Then we take a look at the unbundling of those stats per team and per player. Let's go with the victorious Leopards first. Gabe Stouffer, 13 for 18 in the air, 107 yards, 2 interceptions, and you heard Coach Kappas say, hey, maybe a couple better decisions on those 2 balls. But nonetheless, he's a gamer. Owen Wilson, 9 rushes for 69 yards and a touchdown, and we're going to talk about him in a little bit. Gabe Stouffer, 11 rushes for 37 yards. No touchdowns, but a lot of possession runs for him. And you see, check our guy Owen Wilson there in that quick highlight for a moment. Luke Seaman, 4 catches for 44 yards. Quinn Burrick, 5 catches for 39 yards. Total again, 107 yards in the air. Flip over to Northwest. Braden Venables, 6 for 18 for 38 yards, 3 interceptions. Probably those are possessions that they would like to have back, and he'll be better because that's the kind of kid he is. Then we're going to go to our rushing attempts. Joey Nadur, 15 rushes for 63 yards. Braden Venables, 11 rushes for 68 yards. Logan Aultman, 2 catches for 18 yards. So the statistics bear it out. A lot more on the ground for Northwest, not so much in the air. Louisville more balanced and got the big play when they need it, and field goal kicker was a difference.
They sure did, and it all comes up to a 10-3 win for the Leopards. Now we've got some hardware to give out. First of all, our Old Carolina Barbecue Player of the Game, Old Carolina, the official barbecue of football. And our Player of the Game is Owen Wilson. Owen finished tonight's ball game, 9 rushes, 69 yards, and a touchdown. And when he gets the corner, he is gone. He is so fast, one of the fastest kids in Stark County. As we take a look there, Mike, he right there, a little off tackle run there.
Got out the backside, had just enough space with the receiver block, and all he needed was the 1 step. When they say out the backside, that means the pursuit was not in place for that, so speed's going to run through it.
Yep, and that play right there is also our key play of the game, the MCTV key play of the game. And Owen takes both of them home tonight because he is, with that 67-yard touchdown run, the extra point good. At that point, it gave Louisville a 7-0 lead, and that kind of propelled the Leopards and gave them the confidence that they needed.
He had a big fumble recovery, too, in the fourth quarter with 5:33 left.
Absolutely.
Coach Siegfried called that one.
He did. He was up there.
He did.
He was calling that one from the booth.
He spotted him right away. Good catch, Bob. That's so true.
Speaking of which, I want to thank Coach Tom Siegfried to be up for him stopping by here tonight as well. Great to see him and congratulate him on that state championship win. Also, we've got some champions here in this booth, and I want to thank everyone for all the fine work that they do. First of all, our production assistant, Andrew Hughes. Our camera operators tonight, Joe Johnston and Trevor Lake. Our video producer and the best in the business, Casey Claxon of Claxon Communications. Always does a great job, keeps us in order. Our on-site engineer, Dale Lamb. Our stat extraordinaire, Bob Jeffries. We're going to put you to work tomorrow night.
I'm ready.
You're going to do stats and color.
Nothing gets by
Double
Bob
duty.
Jeffries.
That's right. Bob Jeffries, our stat guy. And pinch hitting tonight for Coach Mike Gallina. Boy, I tell you what, it's always a pleasure working with you, young man.
Back at you.
We
Blessed
appreciate
and
it. And our final score, once again, it was the Louisville Leopards, improving to 3-0 with a 10-3 win over Northwest. Northwest falls to 1-1. Frank Cilona saying, have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us for the 2025 Aultman Healthcare Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week. Be sure to subscribe to the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel now.